This podcast episode proudly brought to you by Firm Foundation Media. Build your content on a firm foundation.
Hi there, welcome back to another episode of Hubtown Life. I'm Scott Squires and very pleased to be joined by Kelly Furlotte from the Lotus Center in Toronto, Nova Scotia. And Kelly, welcome to the program. I guess first thing, just tell us a little bit about what your role is, your title, and what you do.
Thank you. I am the youth facilitator for the Lotus Center. I go into schools and do girls groups. It's an 8-week program about, body image, self-esteem, just give the girls a place to kind of learn more about themselves and, gain some skills for any future endeavors they want to do.
You're relatively new to the Lotus Center in Toronto. When did you start?
May or June. It's a completely different role for me, so it's been quite exciting to learn.
How did you get involved with the Lotus Center and what were you doing before you came here?
I've always worked in the health field, and then I had decided to take a break. I was actually at the grocery store, and I was offered this position, and it was something different for me. I normally do the crisis line work, so going into youth facilitating, it was scary and exciting all at the same time.
What types of things were you involved with before you took a break, as you said?
Well, I worked in mental health for close to 15 years. I did that right out of school. And I left there about 5 years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I then worked in a safety and secure group home. Then I had a position at the shelter, the homeless shelter. And from there is when I left there, took a break from the field and actually went to Tim Hortons. And I was offered this position. It was something new I've never done before. So I think that's what excited me, because I've always worked with adults. So working with youth was new.
And you mentioned getting into the mental health field out of school. What was it for you that kind of led you down that path and wanted you to get involved?
Well, I started as a student position. I was accepted into going into corrections. But as soon as I started working in mental health and really got a feel for what it was about and about how, actually helping people on that level, I knew that the justice system just wasn't going to be for me. So I did a summer position and stayed 15 years.
You went for a couple of days, you stayed 15.
I did.
So you mentioned the girl groups. Maybe get into more specifics about it. Who does it involve? What are the ages? And just kind of that overview.
I'm at Truro Elementary, so I'm working with grade 4s, 10 and 11. We do a different topic every week. We meet for about an hour a week, and it's for 8 weeks. So we come in, the girls will come in, we do a check-in, and then we kind of go over a topic. This week is body image. So it's going over those topics. It's more listening to the girls and giving the proper information that they're looking for. I kind of try to generate questions from them to know kind of how much to share, because this is a new thing for me. So we just kind of start off and we go with it. The girls, 55 minutes or an hour, it flies by. We could have much longer, but we need those parameters. But we just go over different topics to help build self-esteem and growth.
What are some of the big differences, besides the obvious one being age, but what are some of the things you're seeing and hearing from these elementary school kids that kind of made you go, wow, that's okay, I wasn't expecting that?
They know a lot more than really what they say. So to have kids in that environment, to feel safe, and they're becoming more open as the weeks go on. So I'm noticing they're very intuitive about themselves. They might not have the proper language, but they know they're feeling a certain way. So it's to help them kind of figure out what it is that they're feeling and how to work through that, or, encouraging them, it's okay to ask questions or finding someone to talk to. It was a shock to me to see how some of the things that our youth are going through is exactly what the adults are going through. It's just on different levels. It's the anxiety still there. So, and plus their innocence too in some of the things is a good thing too, because they haven't seen all the outside world yet. So
as you look at the program that you're doing with these girls at Truro Elementary School, I believe you said it's an 8-week program?
Yes.
When you sat down and put the program together, what do you hope to accomplish overall?
I'm hopeful is that the girls will have just that little bit more of a confidence boost and have like a better self-image of themselves for when they proceed into the next school or the next part of their lives, that they'll be able to look back and say, okay, I've done these programs, I'm going to pull from that so I can make it through whatever situation it might be in life. Because life throws all kinds of curves at any age.
You mentioned Truro Elementary specifically. Are there other schools that are a part of this program? And if not, how can they get involved or how can they reach out to you to learn more about it?
There isn't right now. I've been working on getting other schools. I've been going around to different ones, dropping like information letters off about the program and stuff. But definitely, I think this program should be in all schools. So definitely they could give me a call here at the center or send me an email, and I would gladly go out and give them the information and whatever works best for the school.
What other things are you involved with at the Lotus Center?
Youth facilitating is my main title. At the Lotus Center, basically helping people out when they come in with resources. We have our clothes closet, helping with personal items, connect with other services in the community. Whatever they need, if we're able to help them, we will. And if not, we will find the appropriate resources.
How does it make you feel when you see individuals come here needing help and then you and the center are able to provide that help?
I love seeing people leaving with a smile on their face. So if I know that I have helped them just a little bit, it makes me happy, because so many people, they're either scared to ask for help, and it's just a matter of listening to these women, and they may not know exactly what's going on, but just listening, and you can just kind of help them pick out different resources, and just knowing that at the end of the day, they're leaving with a smile, or I was able to give somebody a giggle, or, make their day a little lighter, then that's good for me.
If they want to reach out to the center, what's the number that somebody could pick up and call right now?
902-895-4295.
And your email address, let's give that out right now.
Kelly@thelotuscenter.net.
Kelly?
Yes.
At thelotuscenter.net.
Yes.
And final thought to you, if there's anything else that you want to add or mention about the Lotus Center and about what you do here that you want to get that message out right now, here's your opportunity.
Come check us out. Whether you come in to ask questions or just kind of want to walk around and look, make that first step and walk through our door. Then they'll truly see that it is a comfortable and safe place to be.
Well, Kelly Furlotte, we certainly appreciate you taking time today to talk to us about your role here at the Lotus Center and some of the fantastic things that you're doing with the youth groups and, of course, through the Lotus Center as well.
Thank you.
That's Kelly Furlotte, the youth coordinator here at the Lotus Center. I'm Scott Squires. Thank you very much again for tuning into another episode of Hubtown Life. We'll talk to you again soon.